There is one man, and he just signed an extension this summer for a lot less money than we thought that he should make.
Leon Draisaitl.
State.
Oh, what's tax-free?
You had it.
Steven, nope.
Tax-free state.
Tax-free state.
Got a crazy deal. Scored a bunch of goals last year. We hung out with him for Pepsi for the
Sam
All-Star game.
Reinhart.
Sam Reinhart.
Yeah, Sam Reinhart.
Sam Reinhart has 13 goals in 17 games. Now, Draisaitl, Nylander, Rantanen, and Caufield are tied for second. And I don't know what the points break are on that. But what's hilarious is Draisaitl has 22 points, 12 goals. Nylander has 20 points, 12 goals. Rantanen has 25 points, 12 goals. And Caufield has 13 points, 12 goals.
Holy shit.
So
give him someone to pass to.
That's really like Marchenko, Columbus Blue Jackets numbers. Like crazy. Like I've scored 20 goals and I have 2 assists.
Brandon Peary. I'm trying to remember other guys who are even remotely close. That's crazy.
Well, it's because he's the only one on the Montreal Canadiens with any finishing ability. Maybe Nick Suzuki, but like truly.
Suzuki, yeah.
Yeah. So what I find hilarious about this is Pierre LeBrun said yesterday on Insider Trading that Cole Caufield's probably not going to make Team USA.
Dude, that is so stacked.
It to me, I like audibly laughed at my TV when I saw it because it came out of nowhere.
Yeah, it did.
It was shocking that that's just a report that he's like, you know what, this guy, not good enough. I was like, well, where is this coming from?
Well,
the discussion around Team Canada is, hey, their goalie is just going to be like a bag of leaves. It's just going to be like a yard waste bag.
Yeah.
And Cole Caufield is not good enough to make Team USA. Holy shit.
Do you think that he's saying the report so that people will be up in arms and maybe they'll change their mind?
I mean,
no, I think it's legitimate news, Jess.
No, it got our attention.
Yeah. No, I think it's news, but is it news to sway the management of Team USA?
No,
I'm just trying to figure out the idea behind dropping the news.
So here's
like, does he know the roster?
Well, so CJ has projected rosters. I can send you the link, Jesse, if you care. Who do you take off this list? Matthew Tkachuk?
No.
JT Miller?
That's an interesting conversation.
Clayton Keller? And
how's his season?
Minnesota standout and very good member of my fantasy team, Matt Boldy.
Oh, definitely not. Oh,
that's your right side. And he has an extra guy up front because remember it's 23-man. Some of the teams were asking for 25-man rosters, and the league won't let them do it. At center, they've got Matthews, Eichel, Hughes, Larkin, and then Vinny Trocheck as your fill-in. So
that's so good.
And then you're bringing an extra defenseman too, and actually the 7th best defenseman for the states right now is John Carlson. Like that's insane.
Hot damn.
And then you bring 3 goalies. You bring Hellebuck, Otter, and Swayman. So there's really not room for a spare right wing. Who do you take off? Tkachuk? No. Miller, Keller, Boldy. What do you think?
So Miller has low-key not had a very good start to his season.
Mm-hmm.
It's actually kind of crazy how slow Pettersson has started.
Yep.
How slow Miller has started, and how the Canucks are still winning a big old bunch of games.
Yep.
But he kills penalties, so that's pretty key. And he's going to be playing with.
No, JT Miller to me has got to be on that team. He's too useful.
No, I'm just pointing it out. Like the reason we're talking about Caufield, he is also a maniac.
You need a maniac.
Yeah. The reason we're talking about Caufield though is his recent accomplishments, right? So if you're holding up what Caufield's done versus what Miller has done, to me the conversation begins and ends with.
Can Caufield play the left wing? Like, can he?
Well, the left wing's pretty good too.
Can you tell him to
here's what you got.
Switch to the other side.
Brady Tkachuk.
No.
Kyle Connor.
No.
Jake Gensel.
Interesting, but no.
Chris Kreider.
No.
Chris Kreider in a 4th line role. No way.
No, because it's funnier because it makes Habs fans matter. It's Chris Kreider.
It also makes sense because you're taking Vinny Trocheck, I assume, so you want kind of Kreider too to just have the chemistry.
Sure.
No, it's kind of like how you take defense pairs.
He's also young, which every national program despises for some reason.
Mm-hmm.
This reminds me of Martin St. Louis like winning the scoring title and then getting left off the Canada Sochi team
and then being brought on anyway because there's an injury.
As a spare.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But the difference was like that's Martin St. Louis. How
Established
dare
Stanley Cup winner.
Yeah.
It was stupid at the time, and it wrecked his relationship with the Lightning. Like, he and Yzerman were never the same after that.
you? So this isn't comparable to that. What it does remind me of a little bit is Canada's 2006 Olympic team leaving off,
Crosby.
I think Crosby, pretty sure no, it wasn't Stamkos. I want to say like Spezza and Eric Stahl were on like the taxi squad or something like that. And all three of those guys were insane.
Well, and also you brought on guys. So you had Todd Bertuzzi, who was past his prime.
Wow.
You had Chris Draper played a role, but like you didn't need to bring Chris Draper. He played a role.
He won a goal. Oh man, but over Crosby, holy shit.
Yeah, Todd Bertuzzi like was sort of past it at that point. They did have some young guys, but like they took Shane Doan instead.
All right.
They took Ryan Smith instead. They took like guys who were very, very good, but like not Crosby, not Stamkos.
Back to this roster.
Yeah.
There's also no Jason Robertson, no
Wow.
Tage Thompson,
Wow.
and no Cole
Jason
Caufield.
Robertson's
So
having a bad year though.
I guess looking at it on paper, yeah, Caufield probably doesn't crack the lineup.
Tage
should that's crazy.
But where?
But where?
You're
right.
Say that,
He
but
can play the right wing too.
Who's you taking out?
Yeah, exactly. Well, Vinny
Wow.
would be. I would take. I love Vinny Trocheck. I'd take Tage.
Okay.
What a stack.
I would
team.
take Tage. That's just my personal opinion, and you know how much I love Vinny Trocheck. But Tage is the guy.
Okay.
For me, and that doesn't mean he won't.
I
by the
wouldn't,
way.
but
You wouldn't?
yeah, I
Tage has
feel
been
like
on fire this year. He's been unbelievable.
yeah. But Vinny Trocheck here in CJ's lineup is also the fifth center.
Yeah.
So he's also the extra. So I don't know. It's real. It's so good. Like this USA team, it makes sense that Caufield won't crack it.
Let's play if I was a billionaire and could fund things for fun. I would have an 8-team tournament, and it would be 4 teams of Americans against 4 teams of Canadians. So in theory, Americans could play Americans in the gold medal game, Canadians could play Canadians in the gold medal game. Or you could just have conferences, the Canadian conference, whoever comes out of that plays the team that comes out of the American one. I would 1,000,000% do that because there's going to be so many players left off of both those rosters that are just killers. Like Sweden's ridiculous too. Like they could win it. Finland is ridiculous. They could win it, but they don't have the depth.
Well,
Like,
and
they couldn't ice those 4 teams.
there's conversations about Rasmus Andersson, who's had a great year, maybe being included in Sweden. I'm like, how do you not?
Maybe.
Maybe that guy. Should
Maybe.
That's the highlight. That's the thing on.
Oh, wait. You know why Caufield not making Team USA is a big story?
Why?
Because some of the games are in Montreal.
Oh, there you go.
It's Montreal and Boston.
There you go. There's a reason for it being like news.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well,
Like why him in particular?
Adam-
There's why.